So, real quick, right now I enjoy going live in that sense because instead of having to go through and make a whole video and do all that, I can make the live, I can save it, I can, like, that's all I really need because, you know, I don't need anything too fancy in that sense. But the thought I had that made me want to document this on my YouTube uh, channel page, which is at Botana TV official, because I want to get it to a point where I have content, and inshallah, we absolutely will have content that once you see the cart riding around and you see the bike and stuff as it warms up, you know, it's going to be awesome. We're going to be doing stuff here at this location too, of course. So, you know, this past year, a lot of really cool things happened. And I think one major lesson I learned had to do with this dimension, like looking at social media, right? Okay. There was the first day I decided, this was like over the summer. I decided, like, yo, I'm gonna take a little break because for the business, for just life, for keeping up with family, my sister's really like popular on Instagram. She's got actually a show on Nat Geo called Farm Dreams. And so she is kind of like Extreme Home Makeover, but for farms. So it's pretty cool. But she's into the herbalism, she's into that side of things. And so thankfully, she's been able to make that into her career, which is awesome. So through social media, I started noticing, like, one day I came to the kava bar, and while I was there, somebody walked in and they were like cheering. I was like, oh, what happened, you know? And they said, you know, the thing with, what's his name? Drake and freaking Kendrick Lamar. And they were like, yo, who do you think won? Like, people were asking me, bro. I'm like, first of all, I didn't even know what was happening. So I'm like, okay, what, like, who won what, blah, blah, blah. All right. So then somebody asked me again who won after I looked into the situation. This is all within like maybe a 4-hour span of time. And then I realized who won. It's like, yo, this dude, Lucien Grange, like owner of this huge, music conglomerate, whatever it may be. Like, obviously he won because so many people get rage baited in this day and age, and the one way to build up hype is to get people kind of pissed at you. And if you're looking for the fame, you don't care if they're mad at you, if they're happy about you, if they're whatever. Like, you just care that they know your name. And it's been tough because I've seen my mom, you know, some of that generation, and there's been times I've logged onto Facebook and I get a notification that essentially my mom is arguing with a bot on Facebook, but to her it's real, and like, it doesn't invalidate what people feel about certain things, certain hot button topics, certain issues. But it makes it tough when our family is like here in the flesh, and I would rather connect with my family once. Like if it were two options, connect with them once in a year versus every day on social media. Or through a digital technology in that sense, right? We've all learned that about texting. It's like texting can ruin a relationship, a friendship. You know what I'm saying? Just based on the fact that so much gets mistranslated, misrepresented. Your words get misrepresented. I mean, how many of y'all have ever texted somebody and then you end up having to call them because they think they read it in a certain tone? Maybe you sent it in a certain tone. However it went down, like we've all kind of went through that. Um, I when I saw that, like the excitement around the anger. Still talking about the Drake and Lamar thing, where it got people so focused on the material world, like people thought that was real, man. Like they really did. And it's like, yo, we're talking about two, like, you might as well say like billionaires, because billionaire to me is more about the connections that you have and who you're dealing with, and do you have access. If Drake wants to go, if Kendrick, if he wants to go somewhere and he needs $1 billion worth of stuff in general, right, he will be able to attain it, uh, or eventually he'll get there. So um, that's who we're dealing with, and that's fine. If we, like, when I was growing up, Lil Wayne was like my number one role model, right? Well, I got into freestyling through Lil Wayne. I got into rap really, and beats. I mean, I can, so we'll get into the music part at some point pretty soon, but that's a huge part of me. I could always relate to Lil Wayne, and but he spoke about pain. Now, it's kind of kind of a gimme at that point, to relate to pain, because everybody has had pain. So, as a teen, I used to really be feeling it. And then at the time, I've talked a little bit about this before, but, my, uh, my best friend, Cody, I mean, we would listen to Lil Wayne, and at the time, opioids were everywhere. So we were feeling it, man. We were on it. And, I can look back now, like being a little older, and really see, like, okay, like which parts were real and which parts were not, right? But when I was at that age, heck, even up through my 20s and stuff, I was on um, probation for, it was drugs for me, because I was trying to escape the pain, and I didn't even know what pain I had. It was a lot of sort of emotional pain and that sort of thing. Um, I didn't have anybody there to really like beat it out of me, and like in a good way, like big bro or like pops being there, but like close. A lot of us, in America, if we didn't have both of our mom and dad there, it's like mom, she could get me to a certain point. Um, but as a guy, once you get to the point to where you're bigger, you've gotten bigger physically, but up here you're still small. It's a dangerous scenario, because you don't know, literally, you don't know your own strength, and that strength also comes from your words. And so we're kind of testing it out at that point. But if we don't have anyone to check us on it, then, well, it goes too far. You know, for me, it went way too far. And in order to quell that part of my being, I would, I was like, okay, well, I know if I smoke weed, I'm not gonna wild out, and I know if I take, you know, morphine, whatever it is. I mentioned that because that was, you know, became part of my story permanently, but I'll talk about that later. But those two, you know, that combination. Oh, we got some food. Yo,
Hello.
hey yo, got Rye Dog in the house.
Who's our food?
Yeah, just
You documenting?
yeah,
Documenting?
just live and right now.
Okay, I think you have a set of stuff of silverware. Yeah.
We just need one set.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, they only gave us 2.
Anything else like that?
I'm guessing this is the chicken.
I don't think we need anything else.
Or no, this is the cheese, right? For your
Oh, the gravy, yeah.
yeah.
Feels like this.
I feel like this is mac and
This
cheese.
is the Buen Gusto. This is for Brandon.
Surprisingly, they went a little bit light on the serving. Don't you
Yeah, a
think?
little bit.
They went a little bit blue.
They have it out for you.
So you know what this is then? This is with chicken.
Fries.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's just the receipt. That's cool.
Yeah. What's that?
Oh, dang.
Ooh, it smells good.
Freaking.
You're welcome. Yours is.
And so you got
So,
Lucios. So basically, just got some food from an amazing place. I'm not going to say where it is because I don't want anybody to know our location. But it's going to be amazing. And thank you so much, my friend John, for picking this up because I was just talking about all kinds of stuff, bro. But I don't know whether to. Okay, so who needs?
oh well, do you need the spoon?
You know.
That I might stop that. Do you need? Well, if you want to use a plastic fork, I haven't bitten off of it.
That's okay. We'll use this.
All right.
Show them what I got real quick. It's funny how they do that sometimes. Like,
Kind of keeping it out.
sweet, bro.
Do you really think that like they really don't like when they get orders?
It seems like that, doesn't it, sometimes?
Possibly.
Cause like before I would get like this thing half filled, bro. This is supposed to be $10 of macaroni. That is like
Oh, they used to fill
like
it up.
literally it was like up to like halfway. Like
When you dine in, they give you a lot more.
Jesus.
Oh, that's true when you dine in.
We should have said we were dining in.
When I was across the street, you know, at Botana Mart, I never
Yeah.
noticed how much they would give me so much.
So you're gonna dine in and then ask for a box when they bring it out.
Facts.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, you could be like a little more covert about it. You know what I mean? Like, wait a little bit. Like, eat a little bit of food, you know?
Yeah.
And then ask for a box.
I like that.
You know that for next time.
Mm-hmm. We're gaining the methods.
Pretty good.
We're gonna get the system. We're gonna get it. Honestly, I'm gonna salt this puppy up. I don't know why I feel like that, but I think today's the day. Oh, you got
A
some
little bit of
sauce?
this Frank's. Yeah, I got a little bit of
Oh, you got some Frank's back there? Dude, could I get a little cup of it?
Yeah, pour some out right there.
Oh, bet. Oh. Let me just do a little sprinkle. Do you want some?
Oh, yeah.
That was dank.
No, I'm cold. I don't think I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
Would you like some, John?
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course.
It's like the interesting red hot as well. Do you smell that?
Oh, yeah.
It's like the turbo crank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I think it would be dope if one day we could, if we all ordered Tokyo Express in Hillsboro, then I could pick it up after I get off work.
Is that
Bring it
pretty
over
good?
here, and then they have like really good serving sizes for how much you pay.
What do you usually get there?
Like steak with, you know, rice and the vegetables and
Like hibachi.
yeah, it's hibachi.
I love hibachi.
And it's like $10 for like a full like experience, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It actually might be underneath that. I'm not exactly sure. They have specials as well, like shrimp and stuff like that. Some beef.
Remember we were saying, like, what's the limit? Being hungry? I think I reached the limit right when
Oh yeah.
earlier. Like, holy crap. Well, because literally I was like, okay.
Don't bring food here.
I was like, yeah, no, hell no. Because I started thinking about, like, yo, I'm about to be so freaking hungry. And if I just see that mac and cheese, it's just going to be upsetting. Because originally when I was coming to town, I was like, good. But all this car stuff, man, it's like, wow, really hard to catch up.
Grinding your gears. Yeah, no, I get it, man.
But,
Same here.
you know, but by the 30th, be 34, I'll be, I feel like feeling pretty good. Last year was my first full year of celibacy since 19 years old.
Wow.
I'd like to keep it going, honestly.
Yeah, I feel that. You know, give you some time to grow.
Mm-hmm. A grower, not a shower. Yeah, it saves so much energy.
Well, how's the gravy?
It's pretty good.
Looks like they didn't even give you enough to fill your fries.
It did not.
That's ridiculous. How much did you pay for that?
I think it's like $11.
That's
Where do they put the gravy?
how much.
They put it in this bowl, and then I just poured it on top.
It was like below
So-
half, wasn't it? It was like below half the freaking thing.
That's so weird, bro.
I think there must just be like a cook in there that's like a real cheapskate, or like he like what he might do is like take ingredients from your order and just like make a separate order for himself. That's another thing that cooks do.
I can't imagine doing that. That is nuts.
I'm not too mad at it. But,
it's like it's worth, I feel like, the amount overall. But like it is true that before they used to put so much more.
Yeah.
But
It was like once the year ended, like they changed their schedule.
which honestly, the price of food has gone up so much. Like,
But it's crazy that, like, I mean, a box of macaroni is only like $1 or two. Like, you're still making plenty of profit, but like, you could give us at least like a box of macaroni, you know? This is probably like around like a box, but like, it's literally just $2, and I spent like $10. Or well, you know what I mean?
yeah, but thinking about all the other costs associated. You gotta keep the lights on, you gotta pay the guy. Gotta pay the girl, take the order.
Hmm.
And then profit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's getting pretty wild, huh?
Mm-hmm. No, it really is, because then the employees, you know, we were talking about that with delivery.
I really do think that there needs to be like a company that takes basically the role of, like, say DoorDash or something, or Uber, and then turns it into like a profiteering thing just for the drivers, and not anything to do with like a corporate office or anything like that. Just like give it right back to the
Yeah.
workers.
I think there have been a couple apps like that. They just didn't really take off.
I see, that's surprising. Like, how did they not take off? Like,
Because everybody's stuck in the system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you have to have an algorithm. You have to have people
water.
maintaining the algorithm.
You want me to grab one of those mugs that are up there for water?
Yeah, that's cool.
Sweet. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You have some more work left to do.
Yeah, I got some dishes. And then just a little light work, but that's really it. You know, this will get me through.
Nice.
Yes.
Was it good?
Mm-hmm. This is literally giving me all the energy.
Is it Buen Gusto?
Mm-hmm. It certainly is. See, that's the best thing about it. Who was it the woman working back there with like the dyed hair?
No, it was Chaz.
Oh, okay. I can't remember his name, but the cook.
It was Chaz, Eddie, and then that lady. I don't know her name. Oh, and Ryan. Forgot about Ryan.
What about D? DeMario or
D's Nut.
DeMario, I didn't see him there, but he might have been there.
Which place is this? Oh, Northside.
But he still works there, right?
Mm.
What you're doing?
Yeah, he's still there.
Of town.
He's very cool.
He is.
What's the first name for the person that's D'Angelo?
Robin?
I don't know. Like, isn't there like a famous family named D'Angelo or something? D'Angelo Wallace or something like that? No. It's like something and then D'Angelo. It's like a girl.
Yeah, it was Robin DeAngelo. She wrote a bunch of books. Life Virginity and stuff like that.
Weird. White fragility. Like white people? Like white people? Okay. What? Okay. Interesting.
How modern of an author is she?
I don't know. I don't recall.
Or like, when did she write those?
That was in like 5 or 10 years ago.
Okay.
Well, I still have a little pinky of that weed that I got from you. Or, well, somebody.
Trying to light it up?
Are you
Oh.
over there crying, dude? What are you doing? Oh my god. You're like perspiration. Your forehead, bro. Get your forehead near your hat. You got it up here. It's all right here too. In between your eyebrows.
It's called being Indian.
I wish I did that when I ate spicy stuff more.
You should see my dad. He's sitting there. It looks like this whole gallon of water is leaking out his head. And then he'll just be eating and eating, and then you'll be like, "So, Brandon, are you going to enroll in class this?" And then he'll take like another huge bite, and he'll add a bunch of Indian hot pickle on it. Which, if you ever had that, that is like next level. I don't even know how to describe it. And he won't take a sip of water until the very end, all the way at the end of the meal. If you go to the temple, that's where you can get the hottest food on a Sunday. Let me take any of it?
Oh, yeah.
Are you done with it?
Are you done with
Still
that?
got some?
I'm done with that.
Gracias. Oh, here's a unused knife right here.
Yeah, tomorrow. But yeah, I was basically talking about like on the live, like a few things. One, I was talking about how like social media this year, like this was the first year I was completely. It's funny because my sister got like she blew up on IG, got the show and everything, and then I felt like I fully backed away from it to where I just realized like, man, this isn't reality, you know? And even Facebook, like I'll get on there, just even still, force of habit, I'll click the app, I see the notifications, I'm like, what am I doing? And then I exit out.
Yeah, you see a post from Liz and you're like, what the fuck am I here for?
That's the number one thing that reminds me. Or like my mom, I'll see something from her and I'm just like, she's arguing with a bot. I'm like, yo, this is like a Reddit bot that came to Facebook and it's like, I'm messing with her from there.
Weird.
But it's like our parents, they just, I don't think they understand how much of it is not real.
What do you think if I was a crime scene cleaner?
Oh gosh, bro, do not do that. Crime scene cleaner. One of my friends did that when we were 18, bro. As soon as we graduated, he started doing it. He graduated 1 year before us. Bro, he was traumatized. We were all smoking. First day after our friend got his first real job. And so we go to meet him and we're outside smoking. And he's like glitching out. And we're like, yo, are you okay? And he was like, yeah, on the new job I have, we went in and there was a guy who died in his bathtub. And I won't even mention how gruesome it was, but yeah, you don't want to be cleaning that stuff up. Or even around it,
Oh, yeah.
you know. And if you think about it, people pass every day, and it's like, think of even just in town, like there's every day at least one gross cleanup type deal that somebody has to do, you know.
Yeah.
That's just here.
Yeah, I mean, the sidewalks, man, they're just covered in vomit over here. You know what I mean? Like, especially the bus stops. Like, the bus stop that's right near New York Pizza. Oh, God. Really bad.
Bro, for a while, I used to drink when I was drinking like when I was really going through the stressful time, like 2020, end of 2023.
Yeah.
I would drink so much kava, I would walk right outside and I would just puke my guts out. And it was like,
I remember those times.
yes, bro. I'd be standing there, I'd just be like, hang on. And then sometimes I don't even know how I made it outside. Because while I was talking to you, I'd be like, oh shoot, here it comes. And bro, I would say it would be like freaking 2 high tides would come up or something. And then it was like, dang, like,
I'm about to barf it out.
yeah, I was like, no, I still want to feel this, you know? So I was watching the Nelk Boys. They came out with a new video and they went out to the jungle somewhere in the South Pacific. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, they introduced the villagers to vapes. So the villagers are like hitting the vapes and stuff. And then the villagers are like, we brought you something. And it's a big freaking shell of kava. And they give them all shells. And they're like, yo, this feels like cocaine. And I forget what else they said, but they said they were
It is
feeling
kinda
really
like
good.
that.
Yeah, he was like Novocaine from the numbing and cocaine on the, hyping. And then next thing you know, the one dude, Steiny, he like turned around and he pukes outside. Earlier, they had eaten some bats. They caught and ate bats. It was like a sign of respect to the tribe. And he comes back in, he's like, yeah, I think those bats got to me. And they were like, nah, bro, it's definitely the kava. Like the villagers were like, yeah, nah, like the bats are cool. The kava, it'll get you. So I found it interesting to see like natives drinking kava and like introducing it in that sense. I would love that experience,
That'd be pretty cool.
right? Like go down to the Pacific Islands and
I
stuff.
was just thinking about underwater welding. Apparently, it's a really like high-paying job.
Oh yeah. Thinking about what, doing it?
Yeah, I'm just like looking at like interesting career paths.
Mm.
You know, there's something called like professional line stander.
Line stander?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
What's it for?
Getting paid to stand in line for others for event tickets, sales, or government services, often requiring patient.
Oh yeah. That checks out. Sign back on.